Hello and welcome. I'm the Restless Kaiser.
I'm Woolly Mike.
And I'm Chris from Battlefront.
But together we are Modelling for Advantage. We're here at Battlefront HQ in Nottingham, the heart of the EU business.
This is now, yeah.
This is now EU Central. We're going to have a quick go at Clash of Steel, and our handsome young friend here, if you care to introduce yourself for the audience.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm Chris from Battlefront EU, yeah. So we're in Nottingham at the moment. My day job is trade sales, actually. So I talk to stores all about our games, but today you've asked me to come and go through a few turns with you of Clash of Steel.
And you've been demoing this game. You know this game.
I know this game. We did play testing on this game. I've painted up this army here. You can see for the Americans. So I'm deep into Clash of Steel.
Deep
I do
into
like
it.
Yeah.
We've done a bit of the pre-game. Wooly's going to be playing the Americans as the defenders. The noble British Empire is going to defeat them. So which of your guys has painted these?
So this is Matt Vaughan, who's one of our studio managers for language translation.
Right.
He decided he's going to pick up the British starter, part of the starter force there. And he's actually gone with a very, shall we say, obscure scheme, actually. He's gone very mechanised on this one.
Yeah, because his Clash of Steel is ahistorical, right? So if you want to do it your way, he did tell us he painted them like a metallic scheme and then used oils.
Yeah,
he trying an interesting technique, and he's going to rust them up later, maybe. But we never find time to return to our hobby products.
No, never.
They definitely look great. We've got all the unit cards. We've done the pre-game.
We have, yep.
In terms of attacker-defender stuff. So what do we need to do next, boss?
Okay, so we've set up, we're here, ready to go. We've all deployed. The next thing we need to do is actually draw tactics cards. So tactics cards are a key and a unique feature to this game.
Yes.
Where basically you're going to hold a hand of 3. And just for an example, it gives you different opportunities for your army to fight within the game. So it could be a specific armor save that you get to roll as kind of a lucky throw or something. This one here, for example, is to give a unit a cross-country dash movement all the way through to the end of the turn. So it means that you can apply that in your movement step to any one of your units on the table, and it means that they can get the cross-country dash on the card, which goes faster across the table, of course.
Which is, what's good about that is you said it applies to the unit, not to a single model.
That's right, yep.
But these cards also tell you when to play them, and often you need to read a whole card and understand it before you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you're in that, like, oh no, I must have a card that does something, you can quickly say, well, we're not in the movement phase, I can ignore that one.
This is it.
Right.
So with the tactics deck, you get one with each of the starter sets.
Yep.
So the British or the Germans and the Americans and the Soviets. For this game, we're going to share the deck out. So there could be a little bit of wrangling for that really good card. There could be a bit of wrangling for swapping out the card.
Wooly will get it. That's just...
Every time.
Yeah.
However, we do advise that everyone has their own tactics deck because they're all unique cards in here. So it's good to have your own tactics deck when you're playing with your system. So we'll deal these out. We'll do it nice and easy. 3 cards each. And you are free to look at these at any point you want to decide when to use them in your battle plan. And with the tactics deck, we're just going to put that to the side. And at the start of each turn, you draw one more tactics card and you hold up to 4 in your hand. And the idea is that you can then swap and mix and match because you can then discard them if you want to draw a new card. If you don't like something you've got, if it doesn't apply to your specific battle plan or anything like that. The last thing we just need to be absolutely double sure on is our objectives here. So you've got 3 objectives in Clash of Steel.
Yes. Numbered 1, 2, and 3.
Exactly. Now the numbers are really important because on that turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, we're going to reveal a card. And there's a deck of these cards as well, and these are your objective cards. So for example, the first one here, this could be the game is 1 turn shorter than what you'd expect. So if you're expecting 6 turns, it's going to be 5.
And you don't find that out until you've claimed the objective?
Until you've revealed on the objective. Right. So nobody may be in control of it, but it's turn 1, turn 2, turn 3.
They get revealed before they're...
Yes, so you just swap them over and that could change your entire battle plan. You could be hoping to hook around to the left, take out these T-28s.
Yeah.
Suddenly that objective over there is worth double points. You go, probably not.
Yes.
Turn around and go the other way. But it also means that Mike will do exactly the same thing and try and push over there. And what it means is the whole battle changes.
Yes.
So each game that you play...
revealed on turns 1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
And is it a 5-turn game? 6-turn game?
So that depends.
That
depends. So if you're playing just a standard game, it'll be on the back of the mission card. So it just says we've got maybe up to 6 turns.
Yeah.
And each one changes and there's like 6 maps here. We're going to pull from the mission rules.
Woo!
So, as the first reveal of the game, The game length is actually 7 rounds with immediate reserves. So if we've got enough points on the table, we're playing about 50 points each side here.
Yeah.
If we're up to 100, then you can have 25% of your forces in reserve. Comes on from a random table edge on set turns. With immediate, it means that before deployment, both players select up to 60% of their force and keep it off table. So that's a large amount to have in reserve as you're going through the turns and things. So once again, this mission card saying 7 rounds is the one to bear in mind. Means that every single game's different. And as you can see, we've got about 10 of those in the box as well.
And I think for people who played Flames, these have been in the mission tables, but they're just much more mix and match.
Yes.
It's not like certain missions had some deployments and rules.
This is it, and that's if
the
you're
rules and the deployments are moved around.
Exactly, and on that matrix of attacker versus defender, that's, okay, you're going to be attacker, I'm going to be defender, I know what's going to come.
Yeah.
These are entirely random. Entirely random.
We don't know.
And that's the beautiful thing about Clash of Steel, with the different maps, the different tactics cards, the different objectives, even the different mission rules. It's very rare to have a game the same. Every game I've lost, which is most of them, I've not actually had the same game. And something different has happened.
And the more random a game is, the more the inexperienced player is in the game.
Yeah.
The more deterministic it is, the more advantages it hands to experience. And I never like that.
Yeah.
You know, I think a game, the really established games that are deterministic, the new guy just can't get in.
Exactly, yes.
You know, it just gets hammered.
Yeah.
Well, before we even start, I got the right card for the British player. I got for King and Country.
Excellent, okay.
So all units in this force whose unit leader is within 6 inches and line of sight of the force commander automatically pass last stand this turn.
Okay.
So this is whose unit leader? So it's everyone. It's not of my force commander. It's as long as I'm in coherence.
Yes. So long as for example, the Comet's here, your unit leader is in the middle.
Yep.
If you're within 6 inches of him, during the turn that you play that card, because it
which
says
has
to say
to
at
be
the end,
own starting step.
Yeah, so on the starting set, so for this turn, you will not...
Oh, that's not pre-game. Starting step is one of the phases.
Yes, so that's why I would just keep that one back.
Oh, sorry.
So the starting step is one of the phases within, as we'll go through for the rules.
It is.
Whereas it does say at the end of that card, during this turn. So it could be turn 6, you are down to the wire. I hope not, for obviously your sake.
Yes. I was thinking it was a bit naff as a turn 1 ability, but I'd misunderstood.
No, absolutely. So... let's see if Mike takes advantage of that. You never know.
You go first.
All right.
This is it as well. Yes.
British has to go first because we are superior.
You are the attacker, indeed.
As I said, superior.
So yes. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to reveal this turn 1 objective.
Nice.
So straight away, this is urgent. Both players can only score victory points from this objective until the end of turn 5. So right now, you've got 5 turns to score victory points off that. Turn 6 and 7, nothing. So that hill is only to die on for the first 5.
Righty-ho.
It's worth bearing in mind.
So this is system like Flames. If I want to shoot, I need to make a tactical move only, right?
That's right, yes. So as you're going through the card, you have got the different move characteristics. Tactical is move and shoot.
So I'm going to take a 12-inch move here.
Yep.
But we don't have like movement orders and things like that for people who know Flames.
So there is movement orders within the movement step here, yes.
There is?
So, yeah, so we did say we were going to probably just leave them out for this one because it can be overcomplicated in the first turn you've ever played.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you've got your blitz movement, so it's a before movement, so it's a quick dash over forward and you can just kind of move towards. You've got the cross here, so for crossing over rivers, rough ground, things like that. Follow me is where the leader would go, and then he would get everybody to follow him without having to do separate cross checks, etc. And then you've got your shoot and scoot, so that's where you would shoot.
See, the reason I want this is because
I
can't get to this objective without the use of movement orders.
That is very true, but what I'd also, as a key bit of advice, is these are fantastic when you sit them back and do quite a lot of damage. They've got a good range on the gun, a good anti-tank value on them, and if anybody gets into your side armour, which potentially could happen with smaller units, here, you might start losing them.
I'm going to crush them with the superior British firepower. Okay.
Absolutely.
So a cross-country dash is only 16 with these. So I could get to the objective. I don't feel good about this. What was the cross-country dash with those?
So this is 24 inches you can get. So it's essentially double. Yeah. On that one for your normal movement.
I'm not liking it. I'm gonna cross-country dash with these Centurions. It's only 16.
I mean, it's a big, heavy tank. You've got to remember, you know.
Okay.
Especially across soft ground.
And then I'm gonna mask these.
Now, when it comes to the shooting part of this, for especially the tortoises and your T28s, you can essentially free move on the spot without having to take any penalty for moving, so to speak. Because all you're doing is you're adjusting your aim. So that is also worth bearing in mind if you do leave them back on your gun line. But yeah, if you move them forward, they do have special rules on the card that basically means you get, I think it's -1 to your rate of fire, isn't it?
Slow firing.
Slow firing, yeah.
Oh, I don't feel good about this. Okay, so we're moving these. I might as well dash because I'm not going to get any. So that's an extra 4. It'll get me to here. Thusly. Okay.
Okay, so we've done all your movements. So now we come over to your shooting. So what can you see? What can you hit?
I can see those dirty devil Yankees over there.
Okay, so I assume you're tortoise?
Tortoise.
Fantastic, and we're aiming over at the T29s.
Indeed.
So first of all, it's going to be over, I imagine, 16 inches.
Oh, I'm pretty confident of that. 16 is only here, look.
Yeah, so if it's over 16 inches, when it comes to the armour save, if any are needed to be taken, we'll be adding 1 to that, just to bear in mind. But we'll go through. So we can know that they can shoot. We've got line of sight because they're forward firing. You can definitely see. And what you're going to be doing is checking on your card, and you've got your halted rate of fire.
2.
2, so that will be 2 dice for each one. And you're going to be firing at the unit, so you can roll and then allocate any hits that you get, right?
So because we're shooting over 16 as well as the armour, is there also a hit penalty?
There is, so it's +1 to hit on this roll, so you'll be on 5+ now.
5 up. Okay, I get 2 hits.
Which will be 2.
And I'm going to assume these 2 are the most visible. So I'm going to allocate 1 to each of those.
Okay. So then what we're doing is now an armor save.
Yes.
So the target player, in this case the American Mike, because we're American today. Where is your hat, by the way? Your nice cowboy hat. American Mike.
I've got a steel helmet and some various others for when I'm.
So you do have an armor rating for your T29s.
I've got a front armor of 14.
14, and what you're going to be doing is adding your dice roll plus any amendments we need to do. So again, over 16 inches, you're +1 to that. So that's now 15 for your armor rating, and you're now rolling the dice. And what you've got to do. Well, let's do it first. Actually, let's hold the
what next?
The tension. Yes.
Yeah.
So the first one, we've got 15 + 6 for 21 armor. And the second one is going to be 15 plus the 4 for 19. Now what we're going to be doing here is checking against your anti-tank rating.
Of 18, suspiciously.
Which is suspiciously good as well, so I'm not quite sure how the rolls got so good there.
So there we go. So no surprises, Wooly Mike using the green dice managed to escape all the fire. Over here though, Comet is a hero.
Absolutely.
And Comets are going to shoot, and we are again over 16.
Yep.
We've got a moving rate of fire of 1.
Yep.
So we're hitting on, the Hellcats hit on 4s again?
Hellcats are hit on 4s, yes.
So that'll be up to 5 for the
5+
range.
because they're over the range, yep.
We get 2 hits again,
2
1
hits
each.
again. Excellent.
I'm hoping this is better with my quick firing 77mm.
Well, I can only achieve a maximum of 2 + 6 + 1. So I can only get a maximum of 9.
And my anti-tank is 14.
14. So both of your shots have penetrated straight through. And what we're now going to obviously do is check to see if the tank has been destroyed. So you now need to roll on your firepower.
Firepower for these is 3 up. So first one, no.
It's a 2+.
Second one, no.
Also a 2. So with the grey dice.
Boo! The inferior grey dice.
So both of these, however, are bailed out because you've scored a penetrating hit. So we will need to remount these when we come through to the end step on Mike's turn as we go through.
Wally's turn, yeah.
There we go. So is there anybody else that can or would like to shoot?
These dashed, so they are done. And I forgot to use my ammo dump card to allow me to re-roll 1 firepower test.
Okay, so we're going to be using an ammo dump card. Excellent.
Where I get a 1! Of course I do. I'm going to put these 4 dice over here and try some of the other dice that I was given.
And sadly, we can't even add the 2 and the 1 together to hit the 3. Sorry.
Yeah. So is there a discard pile?
So we can put the discard underneath because we're sharing the deck.
Yeah.
So as it comes to the end of that, we may need to shuffle them to get them going again.
Cool.
There we go. Okay. So we have come all the way through. Now we're on the ending step. So this is where we'll be just checking morale. Is everybody able to fight and things? Yep. So we're coming through. You don't need any tanks to remount because they're not bailed out. Got nothing that's even facing a unit last stand, and that is where the numbers have dropped so low they're thinking about running. And we come down, we're just now checking the victory conditions.
So again, that's a change from flames, and the remount and stuff is in the starting step, I think, isn't it?
Yes, so here it's the ending
moved
step.
into the end step, changes the dynamics a little bit.
And what that means straight away is you'll see in a second when we come to turn 1 for the defending player.
They don't get a chance to, they're definitely out for at least 1 turn by being hit.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's because 1948, everything's got even bigger guns than you remember at the 1945.
Yes.
Things are designed to kill things quicker.
Cool.
So Hellcats, which would have been great in 1944, in fact they were great in 1944, 4 years later, kind of the babies. They're just fast now, you know, but they are good when they do get inside armour and
when
things,
it works, it works.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, now we come over...
My cards?
Yes, so you keep those there.
Step?
It's in the starting step. You will be drawing up for them. So if we want to, we can actually draw another card out if you wanted to. I did forget to offer that to yourself.
Well, he's got all the inherent advantages anyway. He's taller than me. He's greyer than me. What more could he want?
Okay, in my starting step, discard an objective card on the objective closest to your commander.
Oh, excellent.
Draw a new one face up.
Fantastic. So once again, it's that example now of basically how the game differs every single time you play. Just by playing that 1 tactics card, we've just changed this objective.
Changed things.
So this objective now states that tanks must be 2 inches of this objective, within 2 inches that is, sorry, to score victory points.
Right.
Normally, of course, it's
4.
4 inches. So straight away, we've just halved that of how close you would need to be. And as you can see, that's where your 4 inches will make a massive difference compared to the 2.
Right.
Now, again, in my start step, 1 unit automatically passes all remount and last stand checks.
Fantastic. So,
but it hasn't made the checks yet.
Passes them.
Yeah. Is that not when it makes them?
Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, so it automatically passes all of its remount and last stand tests. So it says you're making the test, it will automatically pass. But it's good to throw that out now because we're in the starting step, your starting step.
Yeah.
So that plays through. So now we're going down to movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You certainly can, sir. Enjoy.
And of course, just while Mike's moving in the starting step, you'd also reveal your ambushes, and you would also roll for reserves as well if you had them available to you.
So we'll take a tactical move to there.
Excellent.
So only 2 of those are going to be able to fire.
Yep, okay. So I presume we're shooting over here at the Centaurians,
We'll start
are
with
we?
this one first of all.
Fantastic, yep.
Am I right running the side armour is this line?
Yes, so it's a straight line essentially down the side of the tank from the front of the tank, if you can imagine that.
Yeah, there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll be shooting into the
front
armour
Front,
of these, yes.
I don't think the front armour is enough, though.
Right, so I've moved and I've got slow firing. So I've only got one rate of fire, so I've got 2 dice. And what am I looking for to hit, sir?
These are hit on 4s, and you said you've got slow firing, so that goes up to 5 then, is that right?
So the slow firing on this one is just
+1,
one to hit, yep, so that is straight away up to the 5.
And they're in short distance, so
Yeah.
there's
a hit.
So that's 1 fantastic hit.
Obviously, we'll allocate it to the nearest
Yeah.
tank.
Yep.
Well, I've got a front armour of 10. What's your anti-tank value?
19.
So that goes through then.
Yes, unfortunately in this instance it does. So now we're going to roll firepower.
2+.
Pop.
Pop. Now you can use the destroyed one if you want. That does also become part of the terrain. It's up to you. I use the moat token just because it looks better in terms of putting it on the board so you can see. Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
All right, destroy.
It shows the destroy, and also the tokens are in the box. You might as well use them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Okay, now moving on to my 2 Doom Turtles.
Which are also known as
T28s.
T28s.
I'm playing a experimental optics card.
Okay.
I'm designating my tank commander can re-roll up to 2 tank hits. I've only got 1 rate of fire, so it's only going to be 1.
Are they also slow firing?
They are.
Yep.
So again, you're going to hit on 5s over here.
Plus, you're also going to be over 16 inches as well.
So 6s.
So you will be hitting on 6s at this range at the moment, yeah.
Right.
So you're doing the regular guy first?
Regular guy first. Doesn't hit. So the commander.
Who's got 2 re-rolls. Nope.
Ooh.
Re-roll number 1.
No, only 1.
Sorry.
2 hit rolls.
Oh, right.
I don't think it would allow me...
To 2 to hit rolls. Oh, so if you'd had 2 shots,
Yes,
you
if
could
it
have
was
made
rate
2
of fire
rolls.
2, that one, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to be taking...
Re-rolling re-rolls.
So you're a better person than me, because I would have gone straight in there at the throw. Right, that's it, I'm going to keep rolling now. Probably why I keep losing.
And so...
Then in your end step then?
I don't need to roll for these because they're...
Straight away have become unbailed, or should I say got back in the tank.
Unbailed, yeah.
Unbailed, yep.
Okay.
Okay, and then the only final thing is checking now your unit last stand, which obviously everyone is good for, come down. And now we're checking victory conditions. And because this is the end of your turn 1, you've had your turn 1, this is where we can now score from our objectives.
Which would be only this one, right?
You can still score from an objective that's not been revealed, because you just get your victory point that goes onto your dial for every one that you hold. So you get that as kind of like a ticking along. If you're then earned extra in terms of, say, it's worth double points, that's where you would then amend that.
Right.
This one here is obviously within 2 inches, so that changes how you score, but you're still ticking along. So were we in 4 inches over
I
there?
am within 4, yeah.
So you are going to get your victory point for that one over there.
Ooh, I get to use the spinny dial. That's exciting. 1. It's 1 victory point.
Yes, I believe it is just 1 victory point for that one, which we can check in a moment, but I'm pretty sure it's just 1 because that's just where you're just ticking along, and that's where you've got to hold it as long as you can. Now, obviously, as we know, we've got 7 rounds in this, so this is going to be going on for a little while, should you be able to stay alive. You are first-blooded here.
Well...
It's, you know... We did fail to take out the... anyway.
Well, there are other points coming my way.
But there are other points coming to your way?
Destroy tank.
Yes, so it's if you destroy the unit.
Is it for the unit?
Yes, sorry. So that's the other way of scoring victory points in this, and to keep racking them up, is if you destroy an entire unit, you get the points for that as well as you go along. But it's not per tank, because if you've got a Soviet force and you're using a lot of tanks, the other person can just sit back, and that's not much fun.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun, would it? So it's my turn too.
Yes, it is.
We just double checked the victory point.
We just double checked them. So it's 1 for contesting an objective, 3 if you hold it without
clean.
anybody there. Yes.
Beautiful. Alrighty. So again, the starting step, I get my 2 cards.
You can, yep. So you can draw up to the 3, and then you can have your 4th one there as well.
Oh, beautiful.
And of course, with the tactics decks, if you don't like what's in there, you can discard and draw back up to that as well. So if there's something that's come out, you go, that's just not going to use.
But you discard first, and then draw. You don't get to look, and then discard and look, and then keep going
it's
forever.
just the one. It's just the one, yeah.
Right,
you get it. Now, turn 2, we'll also reveal this objective as well. So we have got here a +1 penalty to hit at long range, applies at ranges over 20 inches instead of 16, if the shooting tank is within 4 inches of this objective.
Oh, so the long range penalty is stretched out.
It's now stretched out. So if you're within 4 inches of this objective and shooting, you've got an extra 4 inches on top of that in order to start losing essentially your to hit roll again.
Well,
so it's extended it and made it easier for you in theory to penetrate.
Well, it's time to show these Yankees some British spunk.
This is it.
Because they like that.
Okay.
So we're going to go with a movement order, I think. We talked about it.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'd like to use my halted rate of fire here.
Okay, no problem, yeah.
So we're going to try and blitz. Now, this never works out for me, but I feel it's important. You know, no risk, no reward.
Yep, so we're going to try a blitz movement then, yeah? So this is before your movement, and you are scoring on your skill on your card. So you have a skill rating.
And is it per vehicle or for the unit?
It will be... My apologies. Yes, it's per vehicle, yes, because what you'd be doing is a follow me if you were to wanting the whole unit to cross, say.
Right.
So
what we're going to do here, so in the order that they land, so it's 4 up to pass on this.
Yep.
So this one does.
Yep.
And these other 2 don't.
They don't, but there is no... they just can't dash is the only thing now. If they're out of command, then they would get a +1 basically in terms of
right.
penalty.
So they can still
They can still do their normal movement. They just can't dash now.
Do they have to move, or do they count as moving?
So because that counts as moving, you see, because they tried to do a blitz, and what he's done essentially slipped his gear in the tank.
Yeah. No problem.
That's it.
So this one is effectively halted. These two are effectively have moved.
Okay.
So these are going to dash again over here. Whoops. 16. Yeah. So you could get to there. And he's tailing Charlie. Bit nervous. Bit nervous on Overwatch back here. Because I think these two can see one of those tanks over there.
Okay.
So I think they're going to do that. So that's my movement done.
That's the movement done. Excellent. Okay.
Let's do some shootings.
Yep.
So I think we'll start with these because they're important.
Okay.
Stationary rate of fire is 2.
Yes.
So it's at long range, you have 4 long range fires, right?
That's right. Yep.
Here we go. We get 2 hits. 1 hit.
One hit for the 5+. Yep.
Yeah, 1 hit. So that'll be on the far. I could only see 1 anyway. Firepower is, sorry, anti-tank is 18, and you're on 14, 15, and then dice. Boing.
19.
Yeah. Okay, so that was those fired. These are now going to fire.
Okay.
So I've got 4 shots, 2, 1, and 1.
No problem. Yep.
Yeah. And we are going to...
One of them stationary and 2...
Yeah. 2, 1, 1. We're going to shoot the Hellcats again. So we're looking for 4s because we're within 20. Or is that only the... Yes.
Yeah, so within 4 inches of this, which we are, and then it's gone up to the 20, so you are within. So there's no +1 to hit here.
Yeah, and I'm not worried about
the
the +1 to the armour anyway.
No.
Because they haven't got any. All right, so we're looking for 4s. And we are blessed with 3 hits.
3 hits,
So
excellent.
I'll have 2 on the dealer.
Yep.
And 1 on the other guy.
Do we have miss target?
So for this one here, because the unit leader can swap over.
It doesn't
so
matter.
The second in command will basically take over after that in a 2-person unit.
But one's got 2 hits. So 2 firepower checks on the first one is an Explodo. And 1 firepower check on the other one is an Explodo. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, you've got your tokens there, haven't you?
Yeah. They're being bullied, so...
Yeah.
Have you got them there?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Feels like victory.
so things are dying on both sides now, which is excellent to see.
Yeah, Comet's feeling quite exposed here against the big fat tanks.
Well, this is going to be it, you see, and this is where it now changes over when we get to it. So everything has fired on your side, you're happy?
Everything is fine on my side. Yes. Am I happy? No.
Not yet. Well, I mean,
Not
you know,
yet.
we can check for the victory points in a moment, see how happy you can be.
Yeah, that's my
There's
turn
obviously
done, I
nothing
think.
for coming now into the end step. There's nothing to remount because nothing's been shot at just yet, of course, for
And do I
yourself.
score in my turn or at the end of the
It will
round?
be the end of the round that you'll be scoring the victory points because it could be that Mike has come into it to contest it.
Yeah.
So the idea is you don't want to get a few extra free points or anything like that, you see. So now we're back over to the Americans. Absolutely.
What about scoring for destroying those piddly little Hellcats?
So that again will come at the end, and you'll be victory pointing it all up.
Ah, right, we do
in that
with the
round.
all in that
Yes,
moment.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, helps with the pace of the game.
Of course, yeah. Because otherwise you could start chalking up, you see, before Mike gets to the end of it, and he won't have any chance to, I suppose, argue it.
Okay, so we're in the starting step, so I'm going to play this one again, General's Orders, and we're going to change that.
Okay,
Rid
so
of that.
I really like that one.
okay, so we'll remove that tactic card there for the objective, and we'll put this one in. Forced retreat. So this game is now 1 turn shorter. So instead of it being 7, it's now gone down to 6 rounds.
Sweet.
Okay, so we just need to remember that as we can see it, obviously, and we've still got our mission
And if
card up
that
here
gets
as well.
changed, then it doesn't.
It doesn't, it will go back to the 7, you see, because
Yes,
it's not
that
in
card
play.
being in play that's affecting that.
Absolutely,
That's interesting.
yeah. Back to movement. Have you got anything that you wish to move?
I do, and I'm trying to decide. So I'm going to have to move my tanks.
You are. They get an 8-inch move, right?
10-inch.
Tactical?
Tactical 10.
They go 10 inches?
Yes, sir.
Detroit engines for you, you see.
amazing firepower.
Amazing firepower.
Yep. Okay.
But the Doom Turtles staying where they are.
Yep.
Capitalising on the slow firing.
Yeah, so they're going to fire one shot each.
Yep.
Fives, because it's fours, but long range 5.
Yep. And slow fire. Oh, they moved.
They didn't move.
Yeah. Oh, where's my
Beautiful.
Okay, so my T-29s are going to have one shot each.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that this one can.
2 can shoot at the...
Oh, you can shoot over here?
And I'm going to take a shot over there.
Why not?
Okay.
Shall
Okay.
we check range
Yep.
on that? Because some will be under and some will be over. Because we look like we're right on the line. So they're in, are they?
They're both in for that tank.
And that one's definitely not
over,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do the long range first of all.
Okay, so this is...
Slow firing, long
So
range.
sixes.
Yeah.
That's a lucky 2.
Yep.
Lucky for me, that is. And then these are 4s, right? Oh, you're slow firing 5s.
Yeah.
One
That's a
hit.
hit.
There's
Got
going
one
to be
hit.
this one.
So we're shooting at 19.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a front armour of not enough.
You've got no armour left, sir. That's destroyed.
And
That
smoke's
is,
billowing out the back again.
That is not good. That's not good. Oh, boo! I had a card to play.
And so, deceased, fired, end of turn.
End of term, ending step. Okay, so checking again for the victory points here. So we are within 4 inches here.
Yes.
So that's 3 points.
Sweet.
We are within 4 inches here, so 3 points. And we are definitely within 4 inches of that one because we sat on it for 3 points on your victory there. Plus, we've also destroyed a unit. So that should be another 3 points if I just double check that one for you. So I don't actually take points away again. Yes, so it was 3 points for the enemy unit that's been destroyed. You can only score that once. So you don't get that at the end of every turn, you see, on there.
Cool.
Okay.
Which means I'm on 12 points and Mike's on less.
Yes.
What are you on, Mike?
I'm on 3.
You're on 3. On 3. As we go into round 3.
As we go into round 3, of course. So, first of all, let's reveal this objective at the back over here, just to see what is on there. Because by what Mike's been doing and changing the objectives around, we might want to change that one. We might want to
No,
keep it the
she's
same.
reading it before declaring it, yeah.
Well, I don't like it.
Yeah.
This objective cannot be scored until the start of turn 6 and is double victory points.
Oh, that is the last thing you wanted to read there. And you had the card to deal with it and you played it.
Yes.
So, we will play tactics. Do you wish to discard any of your tactics cards in order to draw some more back up to that total?
I like these.
It's a little bit like Deal or No Deal, this one.
Yeah, I just got lucky last time. I had the cards I needed if things didn't go so well and things went all right.
Excellent. Okay.
No, I think I'm going to stick.
Stick dealer. Stick. Fantastic. So, movement again for you then, my friend, for the British here.
You're not scoring anything over there, are you?
Not until turn 6, and we're on turn 3.
Okay, I'm going to take a move here to take up a hold down position in where they can't see me anytime soon, and I can still score. Do we agree that's the situation?
I agree.
What about you two? You three? Well, it can clearly take the fire from those tanks. I mean, as demonstrated
yeah,
thus
they've
far.
done well. They've certainly done well. That British welding on the seams has been fantastic for them.
Quality. If I move away, I don't score the points.
And this is it. This is the balance now, you see. This is where you got to think tactically minded.
But my anti-tank value is 14, and your front armour on the Doom Turtle is
17.
17, yeah. So that's not doing anything for me there, is it? I think I'm just going to score the points.
Okay, so we're not doing any movement then on any
They're not
units?
moving.
No.
Well, now I come to think about it, we can move a bit this way And I'm doing that so that if I decide to make a dash in that direction, but I'm further away from these which are coming round as well. All right, that's where I'm going to end my movement, I think.
Okay. Have you got any shooting you wish to? Fantastic.
The tortoise is going to shoot at these dirty American tanks.
Fantastic. Okay.
Cheap American tanks. It's got to work in the end, right? Now then, I have cards to play. Yeah, all right, so here we go. We're hitting on 4s, and the range, we measured it for you, didn't we? It was long for you,
so it's
should be for
there.
me. So it's 5, so that's 1 hit. But I'm going to play stashed ammo, which is going to allow me to reroll 1 hit result.
And I'm going to play a card that cancels the effect of your tactics card, so you can't use it and it's discarded.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And this is why you need a deck each, you see.
Yeah.
This is why we need 1 each. All right, so I've got 1 hit.
1 hit, fantastic.
Front armour of 14.
Up to 15.
Ooh,
18.
18.
It's a glance.
It is. So we have bailed 1.
Is it automatically bailed, or do I have to make
I think
a
you still have to
firepower
make the firepower test on it, yeah, but you can't destroy it off of this because it's just up to
Yes. So we bail 1. It's going to be the near one, surely.
Okay. It is, and don't call me Shirley.
All right. Cool.
Okay, and the Centaurians,
Can't shoot anything.
no, not going to do anything, not going to...
No, they are not visible from up. That was the conversation we were having.
Yeah, and you're shooting
that's gonna
through
be-
cover there, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's not
okay.
Okay.
No problem, fantastic.
And they can't go through anything in the front that's left. I think is a really significant part of that.
Absolutely.
So that ends end of my turn, right?
It's the end of the British 3rd round, yes.
Okay.
Turn 3 for the Americans here.
We'll have some cards.
Absolutely. I will.
Okay, Mike knows these cards are gonna.
So we'll go for there. 2 cards to make you up.
It's got the I win card written in Sharpie. Play it at any point. If you're wearing a red and black check shirt, you win. You got to build out, but that's at the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is again, yeah.
Now, interestingly, then, if you drive off and leave it
And he comes back in, he'll be out of
coherence,
Exactly, yeah.
yeah, that really mixes it up, moving it to the other point in time.
It does, yeah.
But you feel you get something for your bailed out that you often didn't in
Yes,
in
because it was almost like,
Flames.
oh, you've been bailed out and you can now come back in again.
Yeah, and between,
turn.
yeah.
All right, so if you could do it, I want to blitz to shorten the range.
You're going to blitz to shorten the range.
And I fail.
Fail
You want
on
to roll
that
for
one.
the other tank?
All right, so that would... No.
Both failed.
Okay, so you can't dash with these now.
You count as moving anyway, though, so you might as well move.
Yeah.
But not too far.
Are you sure that's enough?
Ooh.
I'm going to go to there and check my flank and declare that as my stopping point. And I've got 16.
Cool. Are you moving these guys?
Oh, yes, we need to...
Because you can't score that anyway.
You'll hold down.
No, I'm invisible, we discussed.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going to...
There's the nature of models and terrain,
Yeah.
right? My point is
Yeah.
I want to put these at the point
Yeah,
we
that's what I
mutually
just-
agree they
yeah.
can't be seen.
Yeah.
They're going to just move to there. Own shooting step. I'm declaring this unit.
Yeah.
Add 1 additional die rate of fire to up to 2 tanks in a unit.
Ooh! I said he got all the good cards, didn't I? Hang on. Camouflage. Use it
Okay.
before the opponent rolls to hit. Give one of your units +1 to the score to hit for the duration of the turn.
Okay,
So these are hit on 5s.
So this has really now made things a lot more complicated, but within the rules of obviously what you'd be doing in a real world situation. So we've just straight away gone, right, you've got a better rate of fire now. It's almost like you haven't moved. The ammo loader and the gunner are all working finally in sync. You've camouflaged your vehicles in the intervening time.
Obviously,
You've put a
yeah.
little bit of scrim net up, you've got ready to go. So we'll still work through it then. So your rate of fire is now 2 for each tank because of your card.
Yep.
And you are going to be hitting on the 4+.
The 4+, because that's the vehicle's hit on number.
However, because of the camouflage, we've gone to the 5+.
Yes.
We've already checked the range, so that doesn't now make a difference, but we are on a 5+.
So we're still looking for 6s.
We are because of the slow firing on those, because
But
that
you've got
doesn't
4
get
dice.
changed.
Yeah.
Yep.
The 2 dice go on 1 tank, so it's not like...
No, you allocate hits after you get hits.
Can only be, but all hits from that tank must be on a single enemy unit.
Oh, that's unique to the card.
Yep.
I see. So no, and yes.
Yes, you wouldn't be splitting your fire using that card. You see, yeah. So
Okay.
that was that one hit, was it? I think.
Yeah.
So now we're going to be rolling the
Firepower test. I'm pretty sure. Comet's front armor is 7.
Okay.
And your armor
19.
19. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. I thought that was how that was going to go.
Okay, so we're taking the closest unit for that one. Closest
Well, you get
tank.
to pick, don't you? You get to allocate the hit. You want that one. Okay. Ow! Not bailed out. Destroyed.
Destroyed. Okay, any other shooting we're going to be trying?
Yeah, we're going to go 2 shots at the tortoise.
Yep.
So, pass me the ruler. I'll check the range. It's long, so it's 6s.
Yeah. 1 shot each.
Because you're slow firing, right?
Yep.
That's right, yeah.
Okay. You got some big guns on those American tanks, though.
That concludes my turn.
Okay, so we've come now to the end of turn 3. So, victory points. Again, unless there's anything to remount first of all for you. So I think you've got a bailed out
You've
T29
got
at the
bailed
back.
out over there.
Okay.
So you get, is it motivation to remount?
It should be, unless there's any difference on the card. So there may be a protected ammo or anything. I don't think
4
there
plus,
is.
I remount.
You remount on that.
Sweet.
So I think your tortoise, for example, have the remount of protected ammo. So it's
Yes.
3 plus rather than their motivation. Yeah.
Nice.
What about 50% in, because you're down to 50%?
So if it's 2 or more, they're still in good spirits from a unit. If it's less than 2 tanks available, then they are potentially in bad spirits for it. So it's not a percentage on this, it's 2 or more
It's
tanks.
when you're down to your last vehicle, basically.
Essentially, yes. Yeah, which, as you can imagine, for units of 2, can very quickly come around for these slightly bigger units. And
All my units are now units of 2.
this is it, yes.
Which I think is why it was fair for Mike to ask the question.
Yep. And now we're checking for victory points again. So,
Yes.
any uncontested objectives get 3 points.
Another 6 for me, is it?
6 straight away. And unfortunately, because of how we rolled that, pulled that card, we're not going to be getting anything over there. So very quickly, the victory points are actually adding up here, as you can see, for the British.
They are, even though they're losing tanks and men.
And men, yeah.
And men.
Coming over to turn 4. Now, of course, there's no objective cards to turn over. We've only got 3 objectives. We know that there's 6 rounds still in here, so there's still a couple more rounds to go. So it's back to the British. And how many cards do you have there in your
I'd like 2 more, please, sir.
2 more. Excellent.
I'll
See
take
what
2.
we get for those.
And I'll stick.
Stick on that. Fantastic. So now we go back to our movement then for the British. Should you wish to, of course.
Should I
Seems to be
wish
going quite well for you.
What I really don't want to risk is not scoring victory points, actually. So I think it's time to move these guys. If I could take the tape measure. Le mesure. Because otherwise... I don't need to move the card with it. Okay, so they have moved. I'm going to stick. And I'm going to stick. Because I want to score.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
That seems to be... Because I actually think if I get through this round okay, I don't think Mike can win.
Okay, okay. Well,
But I've got to get through this round okay without losing too many tanks.
this is it. Anything can happen. We don't know what cards are going to come out of this tactic deck, you see. The automatic, you lose, Kaiser.
You lose, Kaiser, absolutely. All right, so these 2 then are going to take the shots over there.
Fantastic.
They don't have slow firing, but they do only have a moving rate of fire of 1. And neither of those is going to hit or anywhere like. And I don't think I have... No. I don't have anything that's going to help me shoot. They cannot damage those tanks. So that's that.
Okay. So
No point in rolling dice when they don't do anything.
Indeed. So, American player then.
I'm going to discard a card
Okay.
and ask for 2 more.
There we go. Thank you.
Oh, type 2.
I'll have the...
Oh, yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, he's got 7 cards you see laid out now.
Now, does that one have to dash to catch up?
So you could do, because he would technically be on his own, so he'd have to be taking a test on it at the end of the turn, because he'd be out of unit
Yes,
coherency.
you count as not being in good spirits. So you might as well dash him rather than risk losing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to side on to my
I have.
terrapins.
Yeah. Because as we said.
If you don't score points, you lose.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so movement complete?
Yep.
Fantastic. Let's go to the shooting then. So, who is going to take the first shots?
We'll start with the turtles on the Centurions.
Yep.
We've moved range.
Is less than 16.
Yeah.
Oh, to the Centurions.
Yeah, Centurions.
Sorry. No.
Nope.
So, we're +1 for the range then.
+1 for moving.
Slow firing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 6s.
Yep.
6s again on that one, yep.
2 shots, lucky 6. Oh.
Rerolled all failed to hit results from 1 unit.
Look at that. Express delivery.
We still don't get any 6s.
Man, these green dice seem to be substandard. The lock has been used up.
Yep. And then obviously we're going to go with 2 longer than 16.
Yeah. And slow firing, so 6s.
Yeah. Lucky 6.
Oh, there's the one. Okay.
So, it is your belief that you go straight through my armor of 7, right?
I've got 14. Yeah.
And I've got a charmed life, which means I automatically pass that armor save.
Oh, fantastic. So, so this is the card we were talking about earlier on.
Yeah.
So this is your armor save card. Yeah.
Clutch card.
Straight away. So, although you have taken the firepower, you've weathered the firepower.
Inexplicably.
Across the range.
The shell went straight through one of the less important. So that one's discarded.
Thank you very much. Okay. So, all shooting done there, Mike?
Yep.
Excellent. So, we come back now to the ending step. Is there anybody that needs to be remounted that are bailed? And we'll go through. I don't think there's anybody. So, it is now just about checking your units, just in case there's nobody that is out of unit, good spirits. And, of course, are you contesting that objective there, are you, yeah?
So do we get 1 or 2 each for this?
So this one here should be 1. Is it within 2 inches, Mike? Because it's got obviously the card on there.
2. And you did max move. I don't think.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that one is 3 points because you are within the 2 inches for it. I do apologise.
No, my fault.
You actually changed the card, I think, on that one. Your card, actually. So
No, that was this one, I think.
I think it was both, wasn't it? I think we got it all changed.
Yeah. We did it for free.
So sadly, no points for the American defender, but we have got another 6 points.
Another 6 points for the beautiful Britishers. That takes me up to a mighty 24. How many points are you on, Mike?
3.
3. With a 21-point lead and a 6-turn game.
Yes, we're coming up to turn 5.
I regret to inform you, Mr. Wally Mike, that you cannot win this game unless the cards change.
And I agree with you.
Thank you for the game.
And thank you very much.
No problem at all.
Really appreciate it.
Oh, sorry, I'm throwing the top of the
entirely
church
modular scenery that we have here.
Do remember, if you're in the Nottingham area, contact Battlefront. You can come and play on the same table with this lovely scenery and be taught by the wonderful Chris how not to play Americans.
Apparently so, yeah. I mean, I tried to help you all the way along. Don't move your tortoises.
I think you have better cards than me, except for that clutch one there.
Yeah.
Yeah, really interesting because it was the victory points that won me. You beat me on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Tactically, I knocked out your Hellcats, but I couldn't do much. And which really interests me because when I looked at this game and some of the forces, like, this army is going to really struggle to fight that army. Saying, but that's not how you win.
Exactly.
The fighting is part of it, but the scoring is a big, big part of it.
But that's one of the things when I played this before because I played Americans mostly, the Hellcats will shoot across and then they'll take an objective at the start, but you took them out.
Yeah.
And they've got, a bit like the Flames of War German Blitzkrieg rule, they can pop out to fire as one order,
Yeah.
and then pop back again out of sight.
Yeah, because just the
still-
battlefield didn't suit
Yeah.
them in this particular situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye-bye. If you're still here and you're looking for ways to support the channel, there's obviously a lot of ways down in the description, but a key way is to use our affiliate links to Whaling Games and others. You buy your models from them, it doesn't cost you a penny more, and we earn a little bit of commission. Thank you.